All right. I've gone through your computer's browser history, and you seem to have a type.
Into Dark Souls, bitch! Wait.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So, whenever there's a new track from Collapse, I think everyone who is very familiar with him would probably have pretty high expectations simply because I think he's considered amongst the top echelon of beatboxers, right? Obviously, being a Grand Beatbox Battle champion in 2021, a tag team champion in 23. So, um, yeah, it's crazy kind of watching these guys, right? Because like you think you've seen everything that's possible for solo beatbox, but then you have people like Collapse who day after day just grinds and grinds and grinds. He's already at the top, but it doesn't matter because he's so in love with the art form, right? So he just keeps doing it and doing it, and he just keeps improving and improving. And it's crazy for me, someone who's been watching for so long, right? I've seen so many different generations of beatboxers kind of come and go, but some people stick around, right? And they just keep improving on their craft and they keep pushing the boundaries like proving there is no boundaries to what's actually capable of solo beatbox. And yeah, COLAPS is one of those guys, you know. He's up there, like, you know, with D-Lo and like other people who just have seen the heights of everything when it comes to solo beatboxing, but just their pure like love for the craft just keeps pushing them through and through, right? So man, this video was absolutely fucking crazy. I kind of expected like some of this because I seen like the kind of trajectory that COLAPS has been taking like online. So I kind of expected like this kind of like style of video, but like when it comes to the beatbox, man, like he added a lot of new things that I haven't seen from him before, especially like his incorporation of like melodies here. Like we've seen brief glimpses of him doing that in the past, but he really embraced it here. And like it kind of carried from the start to the finish. Almost like a very like maybe like a Japanese kind of style. I don't know if he filmed this in Japan, but just like the melody overall was very like reminiscent of something I'd hear from like a Japanese beatboxer, or just like Japanese music in general. But yeah, other than that, like some crazy new like unique sounds that I haven't heard from him before, like some killer combinations in here. Yeah, I got like pretty much everything I'd ever want and plus more, you know. It's really awesome to see COLAPS kind of still, you know, pushing the boundaries, like again, like I said. And yeah, I don't really know what else to expect from him at this point. Like he's done it all, and the fact that he's still able to kind of come out with these kind of videos every once in a while and just surprise everybody is, you know, it's an absolute treat. And you know, we're just all here along for the ride. So fuck, man, that is so incredible. Also, man, like I've been kind of saying, like past reactions and stuff, like this kind of like shift in the beatboxing that we're kind of seeing here now. Like we have people like Terrace and like, you know, I don't know, Helium and Improver, like the Russian guys, right, kind of pushing the boundaries in certain areas in terms of using like effects and whatnot. But you know, COLAPS on the other hand is just kind of like, he's more raw with it, but he's kind of evolving it in terms of like the production side. Kind of like he's in like the realm of like hiss, right? He's like really making his art form music and really connecting to like the mainstream audience in different ways, kind of like the Russian guys are. So, and yeah, we're seeing this a lot more in like the online kind of sphere of beatbox, right? Because obviously it's harder to replicate this offline because you don't have like the post-production stuff. But yeah, this online kind of content is really pushing the boundaries in areas, and I think it's gonna make things better, I think, in terms of, you know, beatbox getting out of that niche kind of area, I think. So all right, that's a really good video to start off with. Yeah, let's just get right into the next one. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god, bro. What? I don't get it, man. I don't understand. How does he keep doing this? Like every single like track I hear his create, and every collaboration that he does is just like the best thing you ever heard, honestly. Like for beatbox, this is tag team, so you know, adding another beatboxer into the mix, that whole like kind of dynamic, um, like playing off each other and whatnot. You know, like tag team is not a new thing by any means, right? Like it's pretty much like from the beginning of beatbox, people beatbox together, and you know, in competition we see it a lot more because there's tag team categories, right? So I always feel like it's so hard to kind of do, because when you add more people into the mix, it's harder to kind of, you know, feel each other's kind of style, to kind of feel each other's rhythm. It's hard to like kind of make things not sound so chaotic, right? And make it sound like well structured and whatnot. But his is just, every single time he collabs with people is just an absolute banger of a track, and this is no different. Obviously, we just watched COLAPS in a solo track that he released on his channel. COLAPS is the highest of high levels of solo beatbox, and his is like the highest of high levels in beatbox and as a producer. So, it's like, what else, man? Like, what else can he? What can he not do? Like, honestly, when it comes to like um, this kind of like outlet of media, right? So, dude, like fucking unbelievable. Like, again, let's just like the way that he's able to like beatbox alongside of these guys, it's fucking insanely impressive, like genuinely. Like COLAPS is one of the most like technical beatboxers, I want to say, and like his ability to kind of play off like COLAPS's kind of tech, because I feel like that was probably the biggest standout. As well as like the kind of melodies that they were doing as well. But like their ability to kind of like play off each other's kind of like technical strengths in the solo beatbox kind of like stuff is absolutely crazy. Like those clicks, man, and then the combinations like following it immediately after, like fucking insane, like absolutely crazy. Dude, I love these videos. I want his to like collaborate with everybody. Like, I know it probably takes like a lot of time and effort. I don't know like how much planning goes in ahead of time, but like the quality is just unmatched in terms of like collaborations. Like he's owning the collaborations kind of like side of beatbox on YouTube for sure. Nobody does it as good as him. There's a few like people who collab all the time, but his is on a whole other level, man. Like with just like the beatboxing, like the routines that they kind of construct, and like the post production is like matched by nobody. So, fuck that's absolutely insane. Like I love seeing like where beatbox is kind of going online. It's such like we're in a good place, I think. I just like wish it'd get more attention. Like it's, even though like I feel like it's kind of like breaking into that niche kind of area, I still feel like it deserves more, because like this video I think has like 50, 60,000 views, in like a couple weeks, man, I'd put that like better than a lot of mainstream music, like genuinely. It's just kind of a shame that like most people don't view it that way. They just still can't get over whatever it is that kind of holds them back from enjoying this kind of stuff. But when you hear stuff like this, like the evolution of beatbox, like this is beyond just like sounds with your mouth now. This is genuinely like pure art form in its purest form, right? It's pure art in its purest form. So yeah, like what else can you say, man? All right, yeah, let's get into the next video.
You don't want to get to know me. It's better, closer. Girl, you gotta take it slow. So put it on me and slide, slide, slide. Baby, your beautiful body tonight. It's a beautiful stroke to slide, slide, slide. I want it to fall into all I need. Just want to see. I want it to fall into all I need. Just want to see. You don't want to get to know me. One look is enough. For you is enough. Better, closer. Girl, you gotta take it slow. Slow. Hey, I know you wanna come tonight, so put it on me and slide, slide, slide. Baby, your beautiful body tonight. It's beautiful, so just slide, slide, slide. Babe, I know you wanna come tonight, so put it on me and slide, slide, slide. Baby, you're beautiful tonight. It's beautiful, so just slide, slide, slide. I wanted to fall into all I need. Just want to see. I wanted to fall into all I need. Want to see.
All right, yeah, wow. I don't know if this one's an original because usually it says it's a cover of some sort, right? But this one just says Royal, so this could potentially be original. I had to go back and look at the comments and whatnot, but if that's an original, you know, he's done originals in the past. I think he got most of his attention from his covers, though, just because the songs that he's covering are just fucking massive. So, you know, not surprising there, but he does do originals. I recommend, I can't remember what the track is called, honestly, my bad. But yeah, he's done originals in the past, and obviously he's very good at creating music anyway. So if this is original, again, that's really, really impressive. Very like reminiscent in the kind of style of songs that he's covered in the past. So I guess he has a lot of influence from people like you know, The Weeknd, Enrique Iglesias, you know, that kind of like genre of music. It really kind of carried over into this track that he did here. So like outside of that, you know, this is like the typical kind of Terrace STANIN in terms of like production and whatnot, using a lot of effects on the mic. You know, some people are not a big fan of it. I personally think it adds a lot, and I think it opens up like a new kind of like area of online beatboxing that we haven't really seen before, and I'm all here for it because, like I said in previous videos, I think like this kind of style, and like what he's doing with the production side opens up a big window of newcomers coming in and, you know, hearing beatbox for the first time and really enjoying like what he's doing, and like how he's beatboxing and like what he does in the post-production, right? I think like some people who are like, you know, more into the scene, like more raw kind of beatboxing, which is fine. Everyone has their own preference at the end of the day, but I like this kind of window, this little window of like beatboxing, like what they're kind of pushing with their content. I really enjoy. So yeah, this one is like, fuck, that's such a good track. I think his kind of approach with the vocals too, like the really raspy kind of like vocal style that he's giving off here, it's almost like he's like yelling his vocals, but he's very like contained at the same time, if that makes sense. Almost like a half kind of whisper, and it comes out very raspily. It sounds really good.
Babe, I know you wanna come tonight, so put it on me and slide.
Also his bass lines, like the pitching of his bass and like the way that he was able to keep it with effects. I think it's a reverb. It's just like a very long reverb. But like when he did his bass lines, it was present like for 10 seconds after, and it just added so much atmosphere to the track.
Hey, I know you wanna come tonight, so put it on me and slide. Baby.
Yeah, that's like the two biggest standouts I had. Other than that, you know, really good usage of the effects again. I heard some panning in there for sure. But yeah, dude, what else can I say? Like everything I'd want to say, I've said in previous reactions from Terrace. Like he's just a fucking genius, I think. He's really been blowing up, and I think he deserves it, honestly. He's been under the radar for a while, but now like he's kind of found his element, I think, for the online scene at least. And yeah, I'm down for it, man. I'm here for the ride. Like if he keeps on doing it, I'll be watching every single one, and I'll be enjoying every single one. So fuck yeah, that's such a sick video. Again, if that's an original, super impressive, bro. So yeah, all right, let's get on to the final video here. Oh, okay. I think he should have made the video last like a little, like 5 seconds longer just to hear that reverb kind of fade. I think that would add a little lot to the ending, but very minor complaint there. Obviously, a take or a cover or a new take on Lanigiro, you know, fucking D-Lo's track, which backwards is original. So yeah, dude. Like Helium, another one of those guys that's like doing this kind of content online with the solo beatbox again, kind of more in the realm of Terrace, not so much in like the realm of like Hiss or Collapse that we watched earlier. On the side of more so on the side of Terrace, right? But Helium doesn't use as many effects on his beatbox. I feel like he's a lot more like selective, if that makes sense. Whether or not you think that's a good, like a better or a worse kind of like approach to it, I don't know. I think like the way he utilizes it is very effective. So dude, like I'd have to go back and rewatch D-Lo's original track. I recognize the melody immediately, but I can't really tell like how much he actually changed in his version. So I'm pretty sure it's not like a one for one. I just think like the overall concept and like the overall melody is pretty much like the grabbing point from the original. But everything else, like the kind of like the sounds that he utilized, and this is slightly different if I remember correctly. And also, man, like Helium has the most, I think he's like top 3 most clean basic sounds in all of beatbox. Like, you know, the kick snare, mainly. Some of the most clean, and his combinations are some of the most clean basics in all of beatbox. So anything that Helium does, he just adds to it immediately. Especially a track where he utilizes it and more so than like any other like solo beatbox routine, if that makes sense. Because this one relied very, very heavily on the basic kind of sounds. So yeah, anything that he does with that is just absolute pure fucking gold, in my opinion, I think. So, but yeah, other than that, man, it's like, you know, the reverb again, which is very present in Terrace's track that we just watched. I feel like Helium's utilization of the reverb here, fucking perfect, because he used like the high kind of sounds, right? He did like the water drop, and the way that it's just kind of like echoed and faded and increased in pitch. It was like a very wide sound. It's like a very small point of sound, right? Like, because you listen to that sound without any effects. I don't know how like audible that's going to be on video, but it's very like quick, right? It's a very sharp kind of sound. but when you add reverb to it, it just widens the sound, and it's perfect. I think like using it for higher sounds, like reverb on like higher pitched kind of sounds, I think it's like a little bit more effective, I think, in this kind of concept than you would using it on something like, I don't know, like a bass. Even though Terrace utilized it very, very well on a bass, but I'm pretty sure Helium had like the panning on it as well here. It just added a lot to it. So, man, killer track. Might be my favorite that I heard from Helium in a while, at least. He's had a lot because he's been kind of doing this concept for a while now. So he's been kind of putting out bangers pretty frequently, every like couple months or so. But this one might be my favorite out of all the newer ones that I've heard from him. So yeah, shout out to Helium. Man, again, this kind of trajectory that the solo beatbox scene is going in online, might not be for everybody, but I fucking love it. And at the end of the day, for me, it's always about the music. I think the music trumps all. The enjoyment of listening trumps everything. So yeah, I'm here for it. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. 4 videos into one, bunch of new solo beatbox videos here. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section. Go check out the original videos, links in the description like always. Go check out the artists, links in the description to their channels. Go check them out, guys. You know, they deserve all the attention in the world. They've been really pushing the boundaries. They've been really carrying the beatbox community on their back, I think, for the online scene. So yeah, if you want to support me though, leave a like on this video. You can sub to my channel, check out my Discord channel as well, links in the description to that. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next beatbox reaction video.